Today we have something super special. This is every single one of the LEGO Minecraft sets that's coming out in June 1st of 2024. And if you're watching this after, go crazy, because, you know, this is an early review. But these sets are so cool, and I can't wait to decide if these are actually going to be worth it or not. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. The first set is the pirate ship Voyage. This is set number 21259 with 166 pieces, and this is actually going to cost $15. And this we have an awesome amount of minifigs. On the side, I love that we even have a camel sticking out of the box. And on the back, literally just kind of shows you what you can do with it, so you can kind of dock the ship. And down there at the bottom, you can even combine two of the Minecraft sets. And here we have our instruction booklet. It just comes with one in this set, and it's that really kind of boring background. And included, we have this swashbuckler minifig, as well as the Buccaneer. And honestly, I really like this one a lot. And here we have a little awesome squid. This is the exact same one we've pretty much seen in all the other sets before, and you can kind of just move around the leg and do whatever you want with it. And we even get an awesome camel with some super cool printing on the side right there. You can see the little sash that goes across. There even are two seats, so you can put both your minifigs on here if you want, and you can even make him lay down just like this. And before we actually review, I kind of messed up a little bit and I put the feet wrong, but I mean, either way it works. But go ahead and look at the set. This is the tiny part, which is the dock. It literally features a cactus, which is the new version of the cactus that we've seen in the past year or so, and a nice little dock. I mean, it's literally like a 2x2 piece of sand up there, and it's really tiny, but I feel like it gets the job done. And here we have a small version of a pirate ship with these awesome blue tiles on the bottom to actually give it that like slick thing. You can kind of glide across your play features. And again, this thing is super small if you can't tell. I mean, the mast of it is super small. Even the sails on the front are super cool colors, but they are super tiny. Like, that's not getting any wind. I mean, it's not a bad job for it being as small as it is. But let's talk about this. Honestly, I really don't mind this. At a $15 price point, I really feel like we are getting a pretty big bargain here. I mean, like, there's a really decent amount of minifigs. I mean, the camel is definitely, I think, the standout here in my opinion. The ship is not really that good. I mean, let's be real here. Nobody really cares about a ship that's about the inch of a plywood piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had some pirate ships in the past, and this is definitely the worst version of it. But at $15, this actually did a pretty good job, I feel like. Up next, we have the Cherry Blossom Garden. This is actually set number 21260 with 304 pieces at a price point of $30. It has a lot of minifigs included in this, and I really love the box art because we even have the brand new sniffer on the side, and the back of the box just kind of shows you a couple things that would, like the play features and a few of the cute little Easter eggs. But the instructions only come in one booklet, and there's really nothing special about this. And included in this, we actually have a really nice gardener minifig, as well as a zombie, and a little bee mob, which is super freaking cute. And of course, we have to show off the sniffer. Like, I really love that it has a feature on top that actually lets you make his nose go up and down like the sniffer does in game, and he's built pretty well. And there's even a baby sniffer. Like, how cute is this? I just wish that there was actually printing on the face to kind of give it more exclusivity. But let's take a look at this set. The first thing I want to point out are these trees. We've gotten some cherry blossoms in the past, but they've never had these like little green and pink accent colors on them to kind of make them pop a little bit more. Like, I really love that it's on all these trees. They're both exactly the same trees, just in different orientations. And on the bottom, we even have a secret little flower. We even have a pot now with little decals on them that you get from the shards in game. And I know it sounds like it says shard, but it's the shard. Here is the little flower, the torch flower, I think is what it's called, and this nice little path. I really love the way that the path is made. Like, it has these nice little angled pieces. And over here in the corner, we have the little bee where you can put it, and that is actually the sand where you actually use the little, like, shifting tool to actually get it. Here's a nice little cherry blossom like bridge. There's even an egg right there from the sniffer. It looks really cool, and just another really neat pathway over here. Like, I really love that. And we even have the cherry blossom like leaves on the ground. That is a super nice detail to include in this. And finally, the really cool play feature about this is that the sniffer actually works. So if you put him in this little hole and press down, he'll actually knock that over, and we'll see what he's sniffing underneath. Well, let's talk about this. This is a $30 set, and it does include some really cool mobs. The minifig itself is actually really lame to me. Like, I actually hate that. But it does come with a baby sniffer, the normal sniffer, which is, this is the first time we've ever seen that. The cherry blossoms are also super pretty in this case, and I just think this is so unique of a set. Like, we don't have another set like this. I mean, we have like the stuff you shift through to actually get the treasures over there. You get an egg. This thing is actually built very incredibly well, and I love that we even get a pot with the printed stuff on the side, and you can actually show off whichever like aspects you want right there. I think they kind of cooked with this Lego set, I'm not going to lie. They did a really good job with the cherry blossoms, especially with all the little tiny details to make the cherry blossoms even better. And up next, we have the Wolf Stronghold, and this is actually set number 21261 with 312 pieces at a price point of $35. Has a decent amount of minifigs in the top, and we even have the wolf with the green collar on the bottom, and on the back, it kind of just shows off like the play features here and a couple other little details. And in this, we just get one booklet, which is actually a little bit bigger than the other ones. And in this, we have this nice little like wolf tamer minifig, and I even love that there's a bone on the back of him. I think they did a great job with this minifig. A normal skeleton with an enchanted bow, and then a normal skeleton with the diamond helmet. But the wolves are even better. So if you take a look at the eyes, they're actually different on both of them, and this one has a gray collar, and then this one has a green, lime green collar with different eyes. And this is actually set inside of a taiga biome, and I love seeing that because we don't normally see a lot of those, but as you can tell by the mushroom, the spruce tree, and the mossy cobblestone that you can find in game. Like, I love that. Here's the skeletons in the bag, and here we even have the little berries right there. The water is really cool too because it has a couple pieces where you can see it. There's even a bridge that they made in the water to kind of show off going through there. Here's a spruce door to open up, and on the inside there's really not much here, but we do have a couple of different things, and especially the chest is really cool because it actually slides in and out of that space right there. And inside we have the berries and the bones, and I don't know why they used a cherry piece there for the berries, but go off, sis. Anyways, we have the two little like tables up there, but my favorite part has got to be this little wolf eyes, because what you can do is you can actually take that off, flip it around, and make it either the happy or the mad wolf. So let's talk about this. Honestly, I really like this set. This is probably one of my favorite ones out of the entire wave, just because I love the dogs in the game. There's not much decoration on the front of it or on the inside of the fortress itself. The crown jewel of this entire thing is the fact that you can actually take that face and swap it to either happy or mad. Like, that is basically the only gimmick of this. The minifig in here is probably the best one out of the entire new wave, just because it has that cool bone. He looks awesome. The set itself, though, is kind of lame other than those two factors. And up next, we actually have the Windmill Farm, and this is set number 21262 with 462 pieces at a $55 price point. Up top, we actually have all the little awesome minifigs. On the side, we have this really random villager. I don't know what biome that's from. I'm assuming like just a normal one, but on the back you just see a couple other little features of the set. And this is new. We actually get two instruction booklets with this one. Of course, they're both still boring, but at least we get two. And our little minifig includes a sheep shearer and that random biomeless villager, a zombie with a diamond helmet on, and of course our lovely sheep. We got the orange and the yellow ones, and I love these so much. But taking a look at the actual build itself, it actually consists of two different sections. We have the nice little red windmill and the farm. But taking a look at the actual windmill, the bottom actually has a decent amount of pieces in it. So we have the nice little loom, the crafting table, the cake, and the bread right there on the little table. And down here at the bottom, there's that really random block sticking out of the bottom. We do have a gear that actually turns the windmill, so when we actually do end up turning that, there is a lot of empty space in there, but when we actually do end up turning the gear, the bottom and the windmill moves. So you can see the windmill right there, but this, I don't really know what that is for. Like, that's got to be for some grain or something in real life. But the windmill looks absolutely phenomenal. I love the angles we have there. I love this, not just like a straight L, but it's kind of an angled L. And here we have the farm, and the first thing we got to talk about is this tree. I don't know where this came from, okay? It is an orange and yellow tree. I don't know if they just sheared the sheep and made a custom tree or what happened here, but that might be a tree we see in the future of Minecraft. But here we have just the farm with some sunflowers and our beautiful sheep, some hay, a little milk bucket, and a bucket full of random items. So let's talk about this. Honestly, I really don't think that the windmill feature here is that phenomenal. I really like the building, I love the colors, and I love the shape of the windmill, but it's just lacking some details on the inside that I really wish we would have had. Even the garden scene is kind of just boring. Really the standout piece here has got to be the orange and yellow sheep. Okay, like those, I love the face prints. I love that we get a brand new things here. That's great. Other than that, I just think it's really boring, and at a $55 price tag, that's... And now for the Badlands mineshaft. This one is actually super cool. This is set number 21263 with 538 pieces at a $60 price point. And here we have a ton of minifigures on the top, as well as a really cool husk on the side, and on the back you kind of just see a few little play features as well as some little hidden details. And this actually only features one single little instruction booklet. And the minifigs included are this awesome little miner with some like little overalls, a husk, which is super cool, a little creeper, standard creeper of course, and we even have bats, one with the wings out and one with it folded inside, and we have two little slimes, the tiny versions of them, and we even have a really cool brick built horse. Like, I love the color scheme on here. And finally we have a cave spider. I feel like we haven't seen one of these in a long time. Nothing has changed on this. it's just cave spider. But taking a look at the set itself, it is very, very, very large. This is the largest one out of the wave, actually. It's starting over here in this left corner. We have a nice amethyst geode. As you can see, there's the little sparkly colors that we've never seen in a Minecraft set before, but that is super interesting to see. We have the little bats. Here's the actual mineshaft that you can actually see. We have the powered rails over there in the corner, and it's actually very well built. Like, I've never seen it built like this with the actual golden rails. It looks great. Here we have it with the redstone torch beside it, and the rails actually work. Like, watch this. They literally got the track, like, perfectly around the corner. It does such a great job. Like, the play features here, astounding. I really love what they've done with this. But just going over to some other details, we have some like nice little hanging cobwebs that do move, a little cactus up there in the top, a little area to actually put all your beds and other things, a hanging bat, the husk right there in the desert section of this. And I forgot to mention the bunny earlier, but there is a bunny in here. It's just very forgettable, honestly. Here's some copper ore. And I just love the color scheme here. I love the Badland vibe here. And we even have a play feature here where if you push this little lever, it actually explodes this wall and knocks out some lava. It is a little hard, but it does work. So let's talk about this. And again, this is a $60 set, but it has a lot of pieces, and this is actually the biggest one, like size-wise, out of the entire wave. I think that it does a great job of giving us that nice Badlands mineshaft. We've never had a Badlands mineshaft before. We've had a couple other mineshafts in the LEGO Minecraft line, but never one in the Badlands, and this one is super unique. Like, I just love that we even have the angled rails that go up, nice powered rails. The mobs in here are phenomenal. Like, I will say the minifig, the normal minifig for the Minecraft character is a little lame, but it's so cool to have a husk. There's some more slimes, bats, cave spiders, and I really think that the standout thing for my eyes have got to be that amethyst geode that we've never seen in a set before. Like, that is just so freaking cool. And finally, the biggest one out of the wave is the Ender Dragon and End Ship. This is set number 21264 with 657 pieces at a price point of $79.99. Here are a couple minifigs up top. We even have Enderman sticking his head out. I kind of wish that was an Ender Dragon since, you know, it is an Ender Dragon set. But the bag just shows off a few of the play features here. And our minifigs include this really cool Ender Dragon eye shirt with a really cool face. And this one is an Ender Dragon head with some kind of like end-stone cloth and elytras. We have an Enderman, of course, and we even have a Shulker that you can take out of the box and see the printed piece. And this even comes with 2 booklets so you can build with a friend. But taking a look at the build itself, it comes in a couple different parts. So it has the Ender Dragon, the actual Ender Portal, and the End Ship. And the Dragon is actually an upgrade from the last ones we've seen. So I believe we've had 2 other End Dragons in the past. And this one takes it to a whole new level. So this one actually doesn't have a brick-built head like the other ones have. This one even has a feature to shoot it on top of the scales in the very top. It's just very elegantly built. Like, honestly, it's a lot more stable than the other ones, and I just think that this design looks so much cleaner than all the other ones we've had in the past. And this is the first time we've ever seen the End Portal with the little Ender Egg on top. I kind of wish that that was a printed piece because I feel like that would have been a little bit cooler, especially since in-game it's not really this circular, but kind of a cube. We even have a chest with some emeralds, diamonds, and a gold piece. Here's our Ender Man with the little block, but the main star of the show has got to be the actual end ship. This thing is actually pretty cool. So it does feature a few end rods around, and I don't know why it has the like tiny piece. It has the little end, or the Ender Dragon head on the front, and the thing itself is honestly super duper bulky, but I love the colors of it. So it has nice purple, light purple, and pink, and that tan color. And what I really like about this is you can actually take this off. And if you've ever gone to the end like ship in the game, there's actually supposed to be the elytra in the very front, and that's kind of what those little like 2 dots are there for. You're supposed to have an item frame right there with the elytra in it, but there's not one in this set. But the coolest thing that this set does is that since this is not a brick built end head, you can actually put the Ender Dragon head on top of your players like you can in game. It sits right on top. That is by far the coolest thing out of the entire wave, in my opinion. But let's go ahead and talk about this. Since this is an $80 set, we're gonna go a little bit harder on it. I think that the builds are actually super good. I will say I wish the end ship was a little bit bigger, especially at this price point, just because, you know, it's kind of bulky and it's kind of just chunky for what it is. I wish it was a little bit longer, kind of like we see in game. I love the colors. I think that it does a great job, especially the Ender Dragon. Like, that is such an upgrade from the last ones. The minifigs are so good in this set. I love that we can even put the Ender Dragon head on all of the characters now. Like, that is such a cool, unique thing that we're probably not going to be seeing again for a hot minute. But this is a very cool set. You just got to be kind of wary about the price here. So let's go ahead and talk about if these are actually going to be worth it or not. Let's start off on the very smallest one. the pirate ship. And you got to remember, this is only a $15 set, but we do get a couple things here. We get a camel, we get a squid, 2 minifigs, a little tiny build for the land and the ship. But honestly, for this price point, I feel like we're getting a bargain here. So yes, that one is going to be worth it. And now we have the cherry blossom garden. And this one is probably the prettiest one out of the entire way. We have the brand new sniffer mob with some awesome bees. The cherry blossom trees go crazy hard on here. There's no doubt in my mind that this one is not worth it. Even at a slightly higher price here, I do think this is going to be absolutely worth it here. Here we have the wolf stronghold. There's only a couple things that I really like about this. First off, I think the wolves are really cool. The minifig is absolutely phenomenal. The actual build itself is not that cool. Let's be real here, it's not that cool. The only cool part is that the face actually changes on the wolf. You can change it from that red to not red. I hate to say this, as much as I love this, I don't think it's going to be worth it. And up next, we have the windmill farm. I can just tell you right now, I don't think that this one is worth it. At that $55 price tag, this one does not have enough substantial just oomph to it to really be worth it. Like, this is definitely the worst one out of the wave, in my opinion, even at a higher price point, so no, that's not it. And up next, we have the Badlands mineshaft. 100% worth it. I think this is the best one out of the entire wave. The minifig lineup is phenomenal. The build is huge. It just has so many really cool parts that we've never seen before, like that amethyst. It's just a really, really, really good LEGO Minecraft set. And lastly, we have the Ender Dragon and End Ship. This one is 50-50 for me. Like, I love that we finally get an end ship. We have a better Ender Dragon, and I really love that you can put the Ender Dragon head on them. The minifigs are great. It's just, the price is so hard. I do think it's worth it if you can get that, but if not, don't even do it. But anyways, I think we're going to wrap up the video right here. I hope this is going to help you buy these in the future when they do come out, or have come out already when you watch this in the future. So just say thank y'all so much for watching, studs, and I will see y'all later.